I hit play on her secret phone recording and heard my fiancé betray me in real time last night. Yeah, I actually said that out loud in my kitchen because I didn't know what else to do with it. Have you ever had one of those moments where your body reacts before your brain does? Like your hands go cold and you're just standing there thinking, no, no way, because that's exactly where I was. I tapped one audio file expecting something boring, and instead I heard my whole relationship fall apart in a couple minutes. And the worst part, it wasn't even some random guy. It was someone I trusted. I'm Ryan, I'm 29 years old, and I'm from Columbus, Ohio. Before I get into it, quick favor, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment with what city you're watching from and what time it is for you right now. I always check those, and I'm genuinely curious. Now let's go back to 3 weeks ago when it all started. So, me and Emily, 4 years together, engaged, wedding stuff everywhere, deposits paid, family excited, all that. And honestly, up until recently, I would have told you we were solid. Not perfect, but solid. Emily's very social. She works in marketing. She's always at events or networking things. I'm the opposite. I like routine. I go to work, I come home. I'm not out chasing anything. And I trusted her. Like, I really did. Then little things started feeling off. Not like one huge thing. More like a bunch of tiny things that made me feel weird. And I kept pushing it down. First thing, her phone. If it lit up and I was anywhere near her, she'd grab it fast. Not playful, not ha-ha privacy. More like protective. Like she didn't want the screen facing me for even a second. Second, she started taking calls outside. And it was cold out. Like, who does that? She'd step onto the balcony, talk quietly, then come back in acting normal, scrolling and smiling at her screen like nothing happened. Third, twice she came home smelling like a strong men's cologne, and she had peppermint gum. And this sounds stupid, but it stuck with me because she never chews gum. Like ever. I asked about it once. I tried to keep it light. I was like, hey, what's with the gum? And she just laughed and said, it was in the office. That was it. And I'm telling you the truth, I didn't want to be paranoid. I didn't want to be that guy who interrogates his fiancée. I kept telling myself it was wedding stress, work stress, whatever. Then Thursday happened. She said she had a team dinner. That was the phrase, team dinner. But she got ready like it was a big deal. Black dress, full makeup, hair done. And she wasn't like that for a normal work dinner. She kissed me and said, don't wait up. And I remember thinking, okay, weird but fine. Because again, I wanted to believe her. Later that night, I went downstairs to grab a package that had been left in our building's hallway, and I ran into Marcus. Marcus was my best friend since college. He was supposed to be my best man. He did the usual thing, joked about wedding stuff, asked if I was stressed. Normal conversation. But when I said Emily was out at a team dinner, his face did this tiny thing, like a flicker. He recovered fast, but I caught it. And then he said kinda casually, you good, bro? If you need anything, call me. At the time, I didn't know why it bothered me. Now I do. Emily got home after 1 a.m. She came in super quiet, went straight to the bathroom, then straight to bed, and she turned away from me. I asked how it was. She said, fine, just tired. And that was it. Next day, she texted me in the afternoon, said she was going to yoga after work, and her phone would be in the locker. That's how she put it, like she was pre-explaining why she wouldn't answer. That night I got home first. I'm sitting there, kind of restless, and I see her old iPad on the coffee table. She used to use it for Pinterest and wedding stuff, and then she stopped. I didn't even think it still worked. I pick it up, and it's still logged into her Apple ID, still synced. And I swear, I wasn't thinking, I'm gonna catch her. I was thinking, let me just calm myself down. Like maybe I'd see her calendar and go, okay, it's all in my head. Then I hear that iPad notification sound, that little ding. The screen says, voice memo uploaded, and that stupid little sound made my heart start pounding. I remember looking at the microwave clock, 6:42 p.m., and I just stood there staring at the iPad like an idiot. I tapped it. There were a bunch of voice memos. Normal stuff at first, like reminders, random notes. Then I see one with a weird name, Draft 2, Don't Forget. And I'm not proud of this. But I hit play. At first it's just background noise like a car. Then I hear Emily laugh. Her real laugh. The one I know. Then a guy's voice comes in. And within like 10 seconds, my chest gets tight because I realize they're talking about me. Emily goes, I can't believe he doesn't notice. And the guy says, he notices. He just doesn't want it to be true. When I heard that, I literally whispered, what the hell? To nobody. Emily says, I hate feeling like the bad guy. He goes, you're not. You're choosing yourself. Then she says my name, like I'm just some obstacle. If Ryan ever finds out, he'll freak out, she says. And the guy laughs and goes, he won't. And if he does, we'll make him look unstable. I swear to you, my whole body went numb. And then I recognized the voice. It was Marcus, my best friend, the guy I've had in my house 100 times, the guy I was going to stand next to at my wedding. Emily goes, what about the money? Marcus says, deposits, gifts, whatever. If you call it off and say you're scared of him, people will back you. Emily says, that's messed up. Marcus says, it's practical. That's the part that really got me. Like not just cheating, they were talking about setting me up like I'm some dangerous guy so they could walk away clean. When the memo ended, it was dead quiet in my living room. I just sat there with the iPad in my hands, replaying pieces of it in my head, trying to make it not real. And I know this sounds random, but I looked over at the trash can and saw a fresh pack of peppermint gum sitting on top. Same brand I'd noticed before. And that tiny detail just sealed it. Like, okay, this is real. This has been happening. That was my point of no return. There was no maybe anymore. Emily got home later, like everything was normal. Hey, babe, all cheerful. I didn't even yell. I just said, can you sit down for a second? She looked at me like I was being dramatic. What's wrong? I turned the iPad toward her and hit play. The second Marcus's voice came on, her face changed, like the life drained out of it. She started crying immediately. Ryan, please, she says. I'm like, how long? She hesitated, and I remember thinking, please don't lie, just don't. Then she goes, really quiet, a few months. I said, call him, right now, on speaker. She didn't want to, and honestly, that hesitation hurt almost as much as the recording, because it told me she was still protecting him. But she called. Marcus picks up like it's just another day. Yo, I said, it's me. Silence. I said, how long? And he does this thing where he sighs like I'm the problem, like I'm interrupting his evening. Man, I didn't want this, he says. I said, you were my best friend. He goes, I still am. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it was insane. I said, no, you're not. And then he tries to control the situation. He goes, look, if you blow this up, people are going to look at you different. Think before you react. No apology, no shame, just a warning. So I hung up. Emily is crying, saying it was a mistake. She was confused. She loves me. She'll do anything. You know the script. And I said something really simple. A mistake is forgetting something at the store. This was months. I told her to pack a bag and go to her sister's for a few days. I needed space. I didn't want a big screaming scene. I just wanted her out of my face because I couldn't even look at her. That night I slept on the couch, and at 2:13 a.m., my phone buzzes. It's Marcus texting, "Let's talk tomorrow. Don't do anything crazy. Don't do anything crazy." Like I'm the unstable one. Like he didn't just help blow up my life. The next morning I did the boring, grown-up stuff first. I changed passwords. Everything. Email, banking, streaming, all of it. I took screenshots of the deposits and receipts because in my head I kept hearing that line about making me look unstable. I also saved that recording in 2 different places because at that point I didn't trust anyone to tell the truth except the audio. I stayed at my sister's for a couple nights. The first night I woke up at like 3 a.m. to more messages from Emily. "Please talk to me. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen." All that. I didn't respond. Not to punish her. I didn't know what to say that wouldn't turn into me breaking down or me exploding. Then came the part I hated, telling people. I called my parents. I called her parents. Her dad asked me, "Are you sure?" And I didn't even argue. I just played the recording. He got so quiet, like he didn't even have words. After that, the cancellation started. Vendors, venue, all those emails you never think you'll have to send. "We need to cancel. We won't be moving forward." Stuff like that. Emily kept texting. Sometimes she was apologizing. Sometimes she was blaming stress. Sometimes she was saying Marcus pushed things, and I'm not saying he didn't. But she was there. She made choices too. Marcus still didn't apologize. He just tried to manage, minimize, control. He even messaged one of our mutual friends saying I was having a breakdown. I found out because that friend called me and was like, "Dude, what's going on?" So yeah, they actually tried to flip it, and that's what messed me up the most. Not just that she cheated, it's that they talked about me like I was some problem to solve, like my reputation was something they could mess with if I got in the way. I'm not perfect. I shut down when I'm stressed. I'm not great at talking about feelings. If anything, I probably ignored red flags because I wanted peace more than I wanted truth. But none of that equals, "We'll make him look unstable." None of that. Now I'm back in my apartment and it feels off. You know when a place is the same, but it doesn't feel the same. The couch, the key bowl, the empty side of the closet, and I keep noticing little things, like that stupid peppermint smell, and it makes my stomach turn. I blocked Marcus everywhere, completely. And Emily. I haven't blocked her yet, but I'm not really responding either. I told her we'll talk when I'm ready, and honestly, I don't know when that is. Some friends tried to stay neutral. Like this is some silly argument. And I'm not telling anybody what to do, but I'll just say this. If someone can do that to you and still sleep at night, they're not your people. So I'm asking you, seriously, if you hit play and heard your partner and your best friend talking like that, what would you do?